Will be brought down at the 24. Throwing, Sellers. Gets it to him on the screen. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field, throw it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
To throw, it's Sellers. Plucks it out of the air. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today. But it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
Man, it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
And the Gamecocks have it with a 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Clark.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Sellers. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved when I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. The Gamecocks need to pick it up on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Made the catch, but nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, and he stopped right at the line, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, man, offensively, you just got to know when the play is over, and you got to live to play the next down. That was not a good decision there by the ball carrier. He had a chance to just go down when that play was over. Instead, he tries to do something too heroic, and the offense sustains a massive loss.
Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down.
That's a nice run. This guy has it all, doesn't he? He has speed, he has shiftiness, and he has power. The power reminds me of an old, great Sooner running back, Marcus Dupree, arguably one of the most gifted runners college football has ever seen, a guy that didn't quite pan out.
Might have a chance. How about that play on the ground? They get him out of bounds at the 34.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Sooners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll move the wide receiver. And off from the shotgun. Plows ahead for a pickup of 1 to the 32.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
They won't have time to run another play, and we will take it to the 2-minute timeout. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Snap it to the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this third and short. The offense changing the play. Now on the move. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical on the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Here's a give to Robinson. Oh, it's a fumble. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right
Bullshit,
there.
bro.
At this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous balance, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Sooners have moved it inside the 20. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. He's got it on the run. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They took it 68 yards on that drive, and the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line, and he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. First snap of this drive comes from the 32. Here's Sellers to throw. Fires to the right. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
I think when you go through these progressions as a quarterback, you want to find the right guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew it, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Looking for a deep man. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
And this is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And the Gamecocks will punt it away on 4th down. He might be afraid to kick it to him here after the first punt was taken back to the house. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Man, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. Let's start with the USC Trojans taking on the number 3 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's USC getting a banner day from their stars on the road.
The
pick up victories away from home, that's the mark of a focused team. And that is a big late-season win over a team they may very well see again in the playoff. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Sooners headed quickly to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
Reads it, fires complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I understand what the quarterback's trying to do. He's trying to get it to his playmaker out there quickly in space, but I don't think he anticipated the linebacker beelining the way he did. It was almost as if the linebacker knew where the QB was going with the football.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Going for the big play. A 50-50 ball, and he comes down with it. What a tremendous contested catch.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
The Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Handoff to the lone back. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Well, it's been a tough day for this defense so far, guys, especially against the pass. They haven't been able to force that many incompletions. They've already allowed 2 TD passes. They need more plays like that, and they got to be able to put it back-to-back to gain some confidence defensively.
Might be calling a hot route. Just going to keep it after the snap. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. And the Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Throws to the wideout. Makes the catch outside. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up in a great position here.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
The Sooners have it with a 1st and goal. They'll run the option. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
And the extra point was good. Bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. So this second half didn't exactly start the way they had hoped on defense. He's going for the big play. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Yeah, and he had an opportunity to make such a big play. Listen, he wasn't wide open with nobody around him, but you got to make that play. You got a little bit of space. You got to haul that in, make your quarterback look good, and make a...
Throws it deep. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
It's complete. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Buys a little time with his feet. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge third down play. Now here's Sellers. Fakes to grab. Gets away from one, finds room. Runs through a man. He might have space. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32.
Man, this has been a fun one to watch, guys. This is quarterback play at a high level. It's fun to watch guys that are executing, that are going through their progressions, making big play after big play. Both these guys, you got to tip your cap because the quarterback play so far today has been absolutely outstanding.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Unleashes it. Complete to the left. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Gamecocks, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Throwing, Sellers. Escapes the pressure going right. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to throw. It's Sellers. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they are inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Sellers from the gun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You throw an incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
Sellers to throw for it on fourth. Snags it. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete way downfield, and the defense rises to the occasion.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
He'll try the left side. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
He might want another play. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. And they get him down.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Quarterback keeps it. Runs through the tackle. It's a running room. He hits the slide, and he's got enough to convert that 3rd down. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. So 1st down will open up the final period. Excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
And that's the challenge for this defense, man. It starts to get later in the ball game. That clock is not your friend. You're losing the football game. They got to meet the physical challenge of this run game.
The Sooners look to keep this drive humming. They'll ride the hot hand. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Sooners go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Quarterback making checks. Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Boy, did that one have revolutions on it, but it's incomplete. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready. Return. Go.
Back to pass. Scrambling away. He's going to take off. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Makes the grab. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2.
Well, I love play callers that want to stay aggressive, regardless of what the score is, regardless how much time is left on the clock. And I promise you this, there are a lot of fans, there are a lot of teams all across college football that are paying attention to what is happening right now.
Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or 2.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Goes to the option. Brought down short of the end zone, and that'll bring up 3rd and goal.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're over looking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And that lead grows even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is good. Hauls it in down the sideline. He just brought some serious energy, making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Gonna take a shot. They went for it all in the first play of the drive and come up empty.
Now, I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Touchdown, Oklahoma! A great catch and run for 6. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Sellers. Lets it fly. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
He finds a soft spot in the middle. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. The Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. To the air, it's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. A run for the quarterback. Could be an alley. Running free, going to the end zone, but way back behind him, there's a flag on the field. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to put a stamp on that one with a 41-yard run to the house. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Motion from the wide receiver. The run inside. It's Clark. Turning it on. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
He uncorks one deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Got 9 yards on the play. It leaves him with 3rd and a yard. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Turns it on in midfield. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line. Here's Sellers to throw.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. From the red zone, looking for a man. Stepping to the right. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, South Carolina. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
He uncorks a laser deep down the middle. Touchdown Sooners! And the punishment has been extended. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And after that last touchdown toss, look out, Baker Mayfield record could be going down for single-game touchdown passes.
Yeah, and you think of all the great quarterbacks and the records that they put up with the Sooners, man. It's impressive. And this guy having himself a day, spreading the ball around, touchdowns Palooza. What a nice day.
He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Throwing, Sellers. Rushes on him. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
He'll pull it down and run. Keeps it and gets past the chains. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. Back to pass, it's Sellers. Here's the pressure. At midfield, he's got room. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Sellers. Got his man on the right. Breaks into the open. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Under fire. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity. Well, the dreams of an undefeated season are over. Certainly an accomplishment to make it this far, but this week in practice is probably going to be pretty interesting.
It's going to be very tough after suffering that loss, but you wonder, David, if this might be a blessing in disguise for them, because sitting here at one loss late in the year, their college football playoff hopes very much alive still. Now, can they turn this into a positive and get back on the horse?
And we've seen that in recent years, right? Like you saw Ohio State, they used a late loss to catapult them. They had so much energy and so many doubters and haters that propelled them to go win a national championship. So this moment, while it's sad and it's kind of depressing for them, could be one of the better moments of their season if they use it for good.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.